Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we're back here on Corpse Party Blood Drive, and when we last left off, we finished chapter 6. We got the last pillar stone, and then Parker guy stole the stones, created a new Book of Shadow, uh, destroyed the border between Heavenly Host and the real world, and then killed everyone except for Ayumi, which Ayumi should have died if there was not plot armor. But everyone is dead. So that's a good thing. Not really. That's a thing that happened. So now we are on for chapter 7, Determination. It's the end of the world as we know it. Let me guess. A big portal in the sky, spirits coming out, and everyone's screaming. Sounds of fire trucks and patrol cars echoed through the streets. The sky was dark and the air stale. Many strong cold gusts of wind bore mass amounts of dust and debris. I didn't envy the reporter's job, as she seemed mere moments from being blown off her feet. Oh! Behind her there is a black shadow of an old man. I'm here reporting what's been dubbed the nationwide ghost disaster state, which local representatives claim to now be affecting them last night. This string of unexplained and potentially unexplainable deaths have been plaguing the city previously shows no signs of letting up. Oh gosh, that's more than doubled. Suspicious and sudden demise, homicides, and unknown motives of reports. Paranormal visitations are all increasing at an alarming rate. The police force at each prefecture are still weighing their options for dealing with it. The old man's shadow in the background began acting strangely, jumping in place and making various aimless motions. The police, meanwhile, have suggested that all local travel and safe locations in groups of 3 or more as possible. The sudden devastating appearance of black pillars throughout Japan last night led the police to declare a state of emergency. Official word from local bureaus on how these pillars are affecting traffic, damage to the rivers, countermeasures are being taken as seen here. Experts have analyzed the pillar's composition and concluded that they're made of previously unknown material. Spirit matter and entity wall. How did they know about entity wall? Due to the rapid growth and complete inability to even seismograph, number of casualties is quite high, and global tensions are even higher. Attempting to cut through these objects, but were absolutely no effect. Okay, so they can't cut them. So they're exploring the strong possibility these pillars are related to some of the aerial sphere that hovered in the sky only days ago. I have here a list of newly appointed relief shelters. Blah, blah, blah. So gymnasiums and schools shown in white are full. Need to go somewhere else. Okay, so we need to go to a relief shelter. But if their things can spout up anywhere, without warning, and give you no time to escape, evacuation is meaningless. Whether you die or just dumb luck. Why is the police going off their going to get off their butts and make a statement? The middle-aged announcer was yelling at the top of his lungs in an absolute frenzy. He kicked his studio desk to the ground. A black shadow of a woman could be seen behind him. So they're all being controlled. Class rep Shinozaki. Ayumi. Shinozaki. Huh? Everyone's voices. Oh no. Oh no. Thank you for bringing us back to life. You mean I did it? No, no. Turn around then. But a whole lot more people have died now. The room grew dark, and each of the 4 figures who stood before me were slowly melting into darkness, becoming silhouettes. Even Mochida, Nakashima, and Kishima died. So many people gone. What's this? Even we haven't actually been revived, huh? What was it you were trying to do again, Ayumi? No. No. I screamed and looked up. It was just a dream. I was at home watching TV. Bring them back. Bring them back. I was like a broken record. Everything I've done is pointless. I thought I could revive them. I really did. I mean, if I can come back from Yoshi's house despite those injuries and losing my sister, anyone should be able to come back. I raised my face from my knees and eyes red and burning. Oh no! I heard a loud crash outside my house. It was unmistakably a car wreck. Car alarm was going off, but I tried to ignore it. I wasn't going to bother with it. Sis, what do I do? What do I do, sis? Who do you think the car crash was? Hopefully it's no one we know. I guess it could be Ayumi's mom. Next up, we're learning the CEO PL Promotions Co. is among those who have gone missing. Miss Kyon, yeah. Oh, front door. I'm trying. Calm down. Car alarm outside was going off. It was getting harder and harder to ignore. Ah! Stop with the bell. I'm here. Okay? I'm coming. What? Whoever was ringing the doorbell was really, really persistent. Who else is alive? I crept over the people and looked through. On the other side of the door stood a man I didn't recognize. Had short hair. Okay. Who is that? I was kind of creeped out. I really shouldn't open the door. But she did it anyways, didn't she? Oh no, she moved away from the people. Sir, stop the bell, please. You're being annoying. The persistent ringing continued for a bit, but then finally, thankfully, came to an abrupt halt. Looked through the people, taking a look. The man was still there, pacing back and forth in front of the house. For all he knew, had no occupants. Oh, after a short while, he approached the door again and put his eye to outside the people. If I move now, he'd totally know I'm here. Oh, he put his finger, trying to reach my eye and poke it out. Then he stepped away from the door. I could have taken this opportunity to move slowly away from the people, but I was oddly transfixed. Of course, the second I thought that, he came back to the door yet again. He skipped the doorbell and went straight to the people. What does he want? He's creeping me out. I'll just open the door and give him peace of my mind. No, don't do that. Don't. I grabbed the doorknob and was moments away from falling through when suddenly... Ayumi. Don't open it. It's a bad idea. He's dead. Oh. Sachiko. I slowly turned to look at her. Nirvana is the world of the dead. And the world is coming here. Is that another car crash? There was the oddly familiar sound. Another car accident right outside my door. This time I looked outside the people and saw the man from earlier, sandwiched between a car and the wall of my house across the street. After a few moments, the man's corpse disappeared, leaving nothing but a shadow in place. A black stain. What is this? What's happening to this world? Not that I really had to ask. It is from breaking down the walls of Nirvana. I was asking Sachiko, whose presence still remained just behind my back. But she just looked up at me with sad eyes. This person just now was one of the deceased. And if he turned into a black stain, then... Oh! It couldn't be. I pulled my smartphone from my pocket and forced myself to remain calm enough to access the photo. No. What is it? The photo displayed on my phone, which is now on the floor. Oh, everyone. Everyone except for Ayumi. Oh. no longer had just my friends from before the blackout, but Mochida, Nakashima, and Kishinuma were as well. I pounded the floor with both my hands. Thou shalt repent! Oh, cult leader. Oh. The end of the world is nigh. Oh! God shall not forgive those who art unclean and indiscreet. Oh! Some cultist group was speaking on TV. I guess the news must have ended. The end of the world, huh? This time I was just planning on talking to myself. Magakuri, how'd you get here? That's right, the end. Would have ever thought the last remaining whoever would have enough suicide bomber determination to dream up something like this. Oh, she's talking about Parker guy. Magari, sorry, appeared in the hallway. I had no idea how long she'd been there, or how she'd gotten in. I noticed she had her heels on, though. It's you. I stood up, and Sachiko was, as always, waiting in the wings behind me. I came back with the Ever After stones. Used them in midair while I was falling down the bell tower. I almost thought about that. I'm like, she still had the stones. She could have. Heavenly Host is totally destroyed, though. So these are just plain ordinary stones now. To demonstrate, Magari snapped the two together. Nirvana, I summoned the dead. See? I probably flinched, but she was right. Nothing happened. Within the next few hours, this world will be totally blanketed in chaos. It's going to be the new land of the dead. Sucks, huh? This is seriously a cataclysm. And to top it all off, that's my order on TV there. Shameless, aren't they? Even I've got to draw the line at that point. Oh, the cultists? Oh. She pulled back her chin and flashed me a stained smile. Strained. Oh yeah, your parents went crazy and joined, so, you know. This day couldn't have been worse for me. Oh, they joined the cult thing. Are you okay leaving things like this, then? Magari wasn't mincing her words, it seemed. Oh. I held my head in my hands and looked down at the ground. If you feel responsible, come with me for a bit. I have something to discuss with you about your bloodline. She approached me and grabbed my arm. Oh, don't touch her, don't touch her. Sachiko doesn't like that. Sachiko's still right behind me, getting to growl like a guard dog. Get your hands off me. I can't even save my friends. I can't do anything. What's the difference between the blood of Shinozaki is supposed to make? I'm just Ayumi, and Ayumi's worthless. Besides, the person who first introduced Nirvana to this world was Yoshi, not me. I screamed as loudly and as fiercely as I could. I didn't do anything wrong. I closed my eyes and cried the hardest I've ever cried. Ooh! She slapped me to the ground. You're one stubborn girl, you know that. Got an ego, too. For once in your life, just suck it up. I held my cheek and continued sobbing. She looked down on me with contempt in her eyes. Ayumi Shinozaki. Here's one fact you should know. Once the seventh pillar, the whatever of knowledge, starts up, it's all over. The end of the world is carved in stone, however. Magari closed in on me with our lips were about to touch. Sachiko growled again. Magari was clearly not intimidated in the slightest. The Book of Shadows isn't gone yet. What? You came in contact with the original book, so since you draw the blood of Shinozaki, you may yet be able to fight him. I was still hesitating, and Magari apparently didn't much like that. Just come back. Wait. Just come on. Suddenly, she pulled up the top of my uniform. My white stomach was now fully exposed. That piece of book is right here. The book's in her stomach? He pointed to the spot below my belly button. What? My stomach began to growling with an unearthly roar. Shifted in place slightly. It was almost like there was a snake slithering around inside me. Sure would have been nice if you had noticed that a little sooner. That thing's been sleeping inside you since the first used the power in the basement of Yoshi Shinozaki's estate. She crossed her arms and snorted. Of course, it's only a container. Nothing in it right now. Growling like a... The growl that came from within my own body sounded like a wild beast. There's no way. Is this for real? I was actually tricked pretty good. Originally, the elders sent me to support you in your efforts to obtain the Book of Shadows from the other realm, among other things. Okay. But of course, that still means I was planning on stealing it from you as soon as you got your hands on it. Now, though, that doesn't matter. If the world's going to end, there's not really any meaning to becoming the heir to the Martubas anymore, is there? It all goes back to Parker guy. He thinks he's won the war. He's got another thing coming. Don't you just want to slaughter him like a pig right now? You should stop being such a... And look all the things you're capable of. There's time enough to abandon all your potential after you're dead. My eyes begin to well up yet again. Are you saying there is still something I can do? She turned deathly serious. Do whatever you can to bring that Book of Shadows out of your body and gain control over it. If the book recognizes your determination, it should extract itself naturally. And if you have the power of the book at your disposal, it'll lead your way back into Misoto's nirvana. So she ate the book. No. She has the book inside her. I could only stare at my abdomen. Megari took an opportunity to open my front door again to illustrate her point. The weather was completely abnormal. Hurricane-like winds and debris clouds everywhere. I hear electricity. Every few seconds sound like a spark plug firing. Another black flame ignited, burning itself out in some random spot. I mean, you're going to lie down and die with this world either way. So what have you got to lose? Show me how tough you are. Just remember, the book was born from black magic. It adores cruelty and blood. And with those parting words, Megari disappeared into the city. The heel clacked softer and softer as they were no longer audible at all. Sachiko and I could do nothing but see her off. Sachiko looks so cute now, okay? She's not like all bloodthirsty and killy. The entire nation was now plagued with entity walls, black silhouettes like spirits of the dead. The entity walls were rapidly destroying schools, downtown bypasses, other crucial traffic cornerstones, even rescue shelters. People were running in the streets, panicking and confused. Where are we supposed to go? It doesn't matter, just run. What, overseas? How are you going to get there with the sky and the ocean both screwed up? Meanwhile, in Miss Kuon's office, the black-suited agents watch in horror as each TV monitor displayed a feed from different news networks. The world. And across the world, sorry. What are we supposed to do, boss? How is a book supposed to recognize my determination? What am I supposed to do? Huh. Guess I can look around the house. Don't have any reason to go to the kitchen or anything. Let's try this room. Ah! So now I can go in this room. Ooh! Hinoe's room. The blade. Sis, give me strength. Oh no! She got to cut her out of herself. In front of the mirrored dresser sat Hinoe's Zodic dagger. I gripped it in terror and closed my eyes and started shaking. Do whatever you can to bring the Book of Shadows out of your body and gain control over it. Just remember, the book was born from black magic. It adores cruelty and blood. I couldn't back down now. I lifted the dagger in front of me and poised to plunge it into my body. Seppuku. She was going to do seppuku. Ritualistic suicide. But I couldn't go through with it. I can't. The face in the mirror was twisted with fear. I didn't even recognize myself. I could see in those eyes all the weight that had been put on my shoulders. I'm a coward. I'm small and weak. The world doesn't need me. I don't be missed. But I can make a difference here and now. Oh, my mind was made up. I lifted the dagger again, only to bring it halfway to its destination before halting. No matter how determined I was, no matter how strong my conviction, this was literally suicide. Yeah, I don't think I'd be able to do it. I'm beginning crying like a baby. This was the most afraid I'd ever been in my entire life. Only way I was able to go through with it was to clear my mind and let my arms make the motions automatic. Oh! Oh gosh, she did it. Oh gosh. It's most likely because I wasn't thinking about it or anything else. The dagger found absolutely no resistance. It was like applying excess force to a slice of cake. For a brief moment, I felt nothing, but then convulsions started. First to my abdomen, then quickly spread to the rest of my body. My abdomen was spasming and constricting. The rest of me wasn't flaring much better. My entire body was in total chaos. The extent of the agony I'd felt is absolutely impossible to convey. My lower body was spewing bright red blood, and also thick black blood, and an unknown yellow substance, blending together in a slurry. This went far beyond anything I could ever imagine. I knew there was a reason I'd done this to myself, something I absolutely had to do. I can't do this. To cut across yet and remove the book, there's no way. My head was swimming. I could still see my face in the mirror. It was truly frightful sight. More disturbing than anything I'd seen in Heavenly Host. I can't do it. Helpless and face in the mirror was smiling at me, darkly obscene. You can't do it. Jet black crows flew outside the window. In a moment, a fire sparked within me. I gripped the dagger jutting from my abdomen. Oh, Ayumi, why? Yanked it to the side for every last bit of strength I had left in me. Oh, 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 oh. It hurts my stomach. Spray of blood gushed out almost more violently. It seemed like equal amounts of blood were rushing to my brain as well. Oh, okay. There's the book. There's the book. Just as I felt like I was moments from blacking out, I saw something among my own entrails on the ground. It was a blood-drenched tomb. How did that get in you? The Book of Shadows, without a question. Well, it's not much help if you're dead. The vision blurred from intense loss of blood and even more intense pain. I fell forward, unable to maintain my semblance of balance any longer. And I landed right on it with a loud, warm, unpleasant splash. My face planted firmly into the book. Well. Oh! I awoke with a start. I was still in Hinoe's room. How do you not die? I looked down at my abdomen. There I saw a scar resembling the one I'd almost died from during the blowback in Yoshi's house. Runic lettering and all. The bleeding had stopped. There was no blood anywhere in the room. And then there was the Book of Shadows sat in front of me. Not a copy, but the original. This is... I touched it. And from behind me, Sachiko spoke. The book has acknowledged you as its owner. She was staring at me with a docile, almost reverent look in her eyes. I picked up the book and looked at it, fear and awe running. It grumbled a bit, darting its eyes back and forth. Eventually it seemed to settle on a specific direction. Oh, the Book of Shadows alive? What? It seemed to be looking out the window. That's kind of terrifying. I guess it is made from human skin. What is that? Most likely the entrance to the Nirvana. Kisaragi Academy is in that direction. So Heavenly Host took over the school? That makes sense. Dad, Mom, thank goodness. I was worried sick about you. The world has ended. The world has ended. Dad, Mom? Hello. How about we end this here? We'll end this here, and we'll see what's happening with Ayumi's mom and dad when we come back. But yeah, we had to go through that agonizing thing, and my stomach's kind of already like disgusted by that. But I mean, we got the Book of Shadows out of her abdomen. It's fine. And we also have Sachiko that is here with us, and Magari is also kind of on our side. So yeah, we will continue on next time. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. So bye.